Hi, my marvelous chefs. Welcome to Recipe Specialty, where we show you how to make a variety of recipes from eggs to eggceptional. In this video, I'm going to make veal marsala. What I used to prepare this dish was a couple veal chops, mushrooms, baby bella in this case, flour, lemon, minced garlic, olive oil, and good old salt and pepper. With that said, let's get cooking. Begin by laying out some saran wrap. Place one of the chops on the saran wrap and cover it loosely. We're not doing it tightly so that we can leave some room for the meat to expand as we pound it out thinner. Use a mallet or a meat tenderizer or even the bottom of a heavy pot or pan to pound the meat flat. Work from the inside out towards the outside, and we're looking to get a uniform thickness. Then pour some flour on a plate or a bowl and season it pretty generously with salt and pepper. We're going to dredge the chops in the flour, being sure to coat the entire chop on all sides. This flour is going to help brown the meat, but simultaneously it's going to also help to thicken the sauce. Next, grab a lemon. We're going to roll this out pretty firmly on the counter. This helps to release the juices. Then cut it in half and save it for later. After that, we're going to cut the mushrooms in half or a quarter, depending on how big the mushrooms are. Sometimes when you get a package of mushrooms, there's some bigger and smaller ones. We're ultimately looking for a uniform size so they cook evenly. Here I'm using baby bellas, but white mushrooms work just as well. Then heat a skillet and pour in some olive oil, a good couple glugs. We're going to brown the chops on both sides and set aside. I don't brown them as much as I normally would because I don't want to overcook the flour. For some reason, I don't want that caramelized taste with this. I want to save some of that flour so it has a little bit of gas in the tank to help thicken the sauce later on in the process. After it's been browned on one side, you're going to flip them and brown the other. I find it takes about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how thick these are. I pounded them pretty thin, so it was about 2 minutes per side. Remove them to a plate, and now we're going to build the sauce. Add in a little bit more olive oil, and then add in the minced garlic to the pan. Then you're going to mix that around. You don't want to overcook the garlic. It's only going to take 20-30 seconds before adding the mushrooms. Once the mushrooms have been added, move them around, stir them around, mix them around. Try to get them coated evenly with the olive oil and the pan juices. You want to try to thoroughly coat them. Then we're going to add the Marsala wine. I've made this with other red wines before. I've even made this with white wine once out of desperation. Worked out fine. Then we're going to squeeze in the lemon juices. I'm using my hands here as like a screen so that the seeds don't get in there, but there's better ways to do it than that. Then we're going to add a little bit of lemon zest, just to bring out that fresh lemony flavor. Here I'm using a mini microplane, but you could also use a cheese grater if you had one, or even a knife to slice off some of the lemon peel and then mince the peel. Just if you do that, try to avoid the bitter white pith of the lemon. At this point, add the chops back to the party. The chops need to be reheated most likely, and we're also going to spoon the sauce with the mushrooms all over them, basting them for a few minutes as the sauce continues to cook and thicken. Plus, the chops might need to be finished if you only browned them for a few minutes on each side. Then plate, serve, and enjoy. Please let me know what you think. If you made this dish, did you tweak the recipe at all? Do you have any suggestions? Is there anything you do differently? I'd love to hear all your feedback. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. I am truly grateful for all the love and support you all have shown me. If you all liked this video, do me a huge favor, hit that like button, subscribe, check out the website. Ultimately, let's eat!